Hi, I'm starting a devlog for my new game. It's a platformer like many others, so what's my plan to make it special? My main idea is to combine Hollow Knight movement with Celeste precision platforming. I also want the gameplay to be fast-paced with section where you have to gain velocity, spam edge pushes and do crazy dashes. So naturally, first thing I started doing with my game was the character controller. Character controller is a script that handles all the movement physics. Of course, physics in games shouldn't be realistic because you aren't trying to simulate the reality. Actually, I think platformer with realistic physics would be unplayable, annoying and boring. So what you want to do is to invent your own physics to get the game feel you want. And of course, sure, some basic physics concepts still apply, but you have to tweak and simplify them. For example, player has different gravity values depending on if you are jumping or falling, and friction is just a simple math which decreases velocity. After a lot of iterations, I've managed to get results which I'm happy with. My character controller supports running, controlled jumps, double dashes, wall jumping and sliding. And all of this is controlled with a lot of variables, so I can tweak every detail if I want to. To make the platforming feel less frustrating and fair, I've added a few assists. First, there's a quiet time. It's the mechanic which allows you to jump for a few milliseconds after leaving a platform. Next is input buffering. It registers a jump if the button was pressed slightly before landing. And lastly, corner push-offs that shift your position so you don't get blocked by just a few pixels. For now, I think it's enough to start crafting my vision. Maybe I will change it in the future if I need to, because to be honest, you can't predict if an idea will be actually fun. You have to try it and see. If it's not, you have to rip out your hard work and try something else until you get the right result. So there's a chance my ideas will be bad in the future, but I don't know that yet. Technically, this controller is very simple. Running is just increasing velocity until player hit the maximum speed. The friction in my game is constant. I don't have separate friction for air and ground, I just don't feel like my game needs it. Jumping is a bit different. The moment player hits the button, character vertical velocity is instantly set to the jump velocity and then decreases with falling. And important thing is that jump gravity and fall gravity are different. This makes jumping more enjoyable because it stops player from feeling floaty and makes them feel heavy. Also, if you release the key early, jump is stopped, but instead of hard stopping, the script multiplies velocity by some coefficient to cut the jump smoothly. Dashing is also straightforward. It instantly sets the player velocity to a high dash speed value and disables gravity for a short time. There's also a variable called dash exit velocity retain, which is essential to smoothly stop the player after the dash is finished. Otherwise you would have to wait for the friction to slow it down, which takes too long. Finally, the dash has a cooldown so player can't spam it. It resets when the timer is stopped or as soon as the player touches the floor. As for wall mechanics, sliding works by lowering gravity when a wall collision is detected, wall jump is just a horizontal and vertical push away from the surface, nothing special. Next up are the assists. Quiet time and input buffering are nothing special, they are just simple timers. The push-offs are different, they work by checking 3 raycasts. If only one of raycasts on the edge detects a collision, the script slightly pushes player sideways to clear the path. Same applies to the dash push-offs, but it works in the other direction. I think a problem with the raycast could arise if the velocities get extremely high and the engine fails to register the collision properly, but I don't care because I'm sure the controller won't ever reach those problematic velocities. I think it's all for now. Next thing I will do is probably creating some obstacles to make the platforming more interesting, I don't know. Anyway, thanks for watching.